Just do it. Everybody did it, Joe.
Oh, me today.
Bro, you went really close though.
Alright, before we get this article underway, we are going to promote this that Bart doesn't sell anymore. The Barbell Brigade smelling salts, because Kalyne's never smelled them.
Oh no.
Try it. Just take a little bit.
Oh, there's definitely still the water in here. Are you ready?
Wow.
Wait, is it pretty bad?
Don't go. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just like a
You can do that.
Just like
you.
like you're breathing. Like you're breathing.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Briefing.
Alright, you want to close your eyes or you want to go for it?
Breathe like you're breathing.
Okay.
Breathe like you're breathing. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Get it at Barbara. Oh wait. Let me get a bump.
Oh.
It's strong with the. Whoa, it's stronger.
He needs to do it because he has jet
It like
lag.
burns at first.
Yeah, it has like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can like almost.
I can still.
Woo! You gotta do a slow drag, slow bump.
Yeah, you gotta do a slow drag.
It's crazy because you can map your nasal passage when that happens. You can feel highlight.
Yeah, but sometimes you know where it's blocked.
And my left one's blocked.
My left one.
Yeah.
My left one's.
My left.
I've smelled that too many times.
Oh.
I don't need to do it again.
Just do it. Everybody did it, Joe.
Oh, me today.
Bro, you went really close though.
It smelled like, oh, I just got jacuzzi water all up in my nose.
Jakarta water.
Okay, now that we're all alive.
We're awake.
No, just leave it right there.
What is that smell?
Alright. Pop quiz. Who knows, and list them off, the 10 Commandments.
Thou shalt not kill.
Even better.
Alright, go for it.
You want the Seventh-day Adventist one?
Oh, there's the Seventh-day Adventist one? I didn't know that.
Different?
It's probably 20 commandments.
Is
in the
number one, thou shalt have no other gods before me?
Yes, ding ding ding.
Two is, thou shalt not make any graven images.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images.
Okay.
Or image.
What does that mean?
Like making an idol.
Oh, okay. False idols.
That's good enough, yes.
Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not kill.
He's in order. We're going in order.
Number three,
Still in there. I got like a second win.
what's number three? It's
I forgot, bro.
It's close to this. Can you give me a hint?
Yeah. People always say it all the time.
For false idols?
You're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. Thou shalt not take the Lord God's name in vain.
Wow, so the
Never
first
take the name of Lord thy God in vain.
Number four is thou shalt keep my holy day holy. It's different for every religion.
Yeah. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Five is thou shalt not bear false witness.
No.
Oh shit.
Honor thy father.
Honor thy father and mother. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
And then it's thou shalt not.
So all
bear
of
false
that,
witness.
Kill.
so all of that is better than
Kill.
killing? I mean, worse than killing?
Thou shalt not kill is number 6.
It's not in order of like severity.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
No.
Because I would believe that the first one is probably the most important one.
Wait, number 7 is that's bear false witness.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Fuck, that's adultery. Then it's bear false witness. And
No.
Still?
Thou shalt not steal.
Oh, fucking steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
And then
Thou shalt not lie with another man's wife.
bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Thy neighbor's
Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt
House,
not tickle the dog's
ass.
balls.
Joe, we were so close to just getting them in order.
something.
And you really wanted to get your contributions in there.
What number are we on?
We're done. That was 10.
Let's go with 11. Let's see what 11's about.
Why you ask?
There is an 11th theoretically.
Really? What is it?
It was that that it's the one that Jesus left behind. He said like thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, which is my most important commandment.
Oh shit! Hey, you really do know the Bible.
That was supposed to be the one that negated everything else to be like, guys, mistakes happen, but just make sure you love your neighbor.
Hey, you're a real SDA-er.
That's the youth pastor one.
But what about
The revised.
what if you don't love yourself? So then, like, if you hate yourself, then you're not gonna love your neighbor the way you love yourself.
Oh wait, maybe I got it wrong. I think it's like love thy neighbor as I love you. It might not be.
That makes a lot more
It
sense.
might not be connected to your self-esteem.
It's not do unto others that you want done to you.
If it is, I'm fucked, dude.
Yeah, do unto others that you don't want do unto you. And then like I gave a guy a hand job because I want to get a hand job one day.
I think that's what Jesus meant.
But you can't do it if you're expecting
Give and get
one.
hand jobs.
Yeah, you can't give someone a hand job just so you can get one back. That's not holy. You gotta do it out of the kindness of your heart.
That's hoey.
It needs to
And
be
then-
generous.
That's hoey.
If it so happened to be reciprocated.
That's from the Hoey Bible.
You know,
That's
God,
why when you
God
get-
wanted that for
You got a winner.
Get a good hand job. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah. But then that's in violation.
That
of
using
number
the
three.
name.
Yeah.
Yes, that's using the name in vain.
No, that's using the name with vain.
Ew. That's disgusting, dude.
It's hard to keep any of these commandments, honestly, man. They're tough.
Okay, well, the reason why we're talking about this is because Louisiana, the state that became the first to require public schools to display the religious text of the Ten Commandments, is now getting sued by families over its constitutionality. And the governor has said to parents that have been against this, tell your child not to look. How do you guys feel about that?
That's interesting.
That's fair enough. Don't look. Don't look, ba. Over there, no look.
Wait, aren't they supposed to separate church and state?
Yeah. But then that's kind of a weird thing too, because if it's one nation under God, then that should have been.
Yeah, I mean, look at our dollar bill.
Indivisible.
In God we trust.
Look at our Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
But when they meant that, they still understood that culturally everyone was Christian back then.
Yeah.
So they didn't want the clergy to run the government or like be involved in whatever. But I think like I don't think the church and state meant like completely no Christianity. Because I feel like the foundation is still on Christianity.
Yeah, it's foundationally a Christian country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, look at Texas. Every fucking mile is a church.
The Bible.
Dude, Hawaii has a lot of churches too.
Dude, Hawaii has a ton of.
You see them in
Big Island, bro. The Big Island has.
Yeah, you see them everywhere, dude.
Because Hawaii is dominantly a Christian Catholic.
But then that is true. If something is state funded, it's not supposed to have religious influence.
The argument that it's unconstitutional, is that based off of what? Just the idea of like freedom of religion?
I think it's no church and state. I don't even know if that's in the Constitution.
Maybe.
I made that one up.
But those lines get blurred all the time, though, right?
I guess.
Didn't they used to pray at school? And then they weren't cool with that?
Yeah.
I feel like it just depends on where your public school's at.
Yeah. It's more regional.
Yeah, like that might be the regional culture that they're just like Jesus loving folk, but they're not necessarily like from a denomination.
Because I feel like SoCal out here, well, nowadays I feel a lot more people are open about like being, I guess, anti-religion. You know, and maybe in like some of the circles that I know generally, but yeah, I feel like we kind of have fallen off of being tied with religion in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Especially with like Christianity, Christian church and stuff.
That just seems unavoidable that like the existence of like I guess God in like public school. I can't imagine how they could like separate that forever, like perfectly.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
Yeah, it's freedom of religion that is the unconstitutionality of it that they're suing for.
Oh, really? It's a because they don't have freedom because it's there. So the people that aren't Christian don't have freedom, is what they're saying.
The people that are, the move prompted a coalition of parents, Jewish and Christian, Unitarian, Universalist, and non-religious, to sue the state days later in federal court. They argue that the legislation substantially interferes with and burdens their First Amendment right to raise their children with whatever religious doctrine they want.
That's true.
Yeah, that makes sense, but, you know, like you said earlier, right? Don't look. Just don't look.
Look the other way.
But then the influence exists among the student body. I think that's where it's not fair.
That's up to them.
I don't know, man. That sounds complicated.
But that's culture, though. You can't really change culture like that, right?
Yeah, you got people fucking talking about what's your fucking star sign at the same time they're saying no God.
Right.
Yeah. But I remember in elementary school, there would still be times when people prayed or like, but then we also went to private school after public school, and then obviously that's because a lot of public schools were changing at the time to be more like non-religious. But I feel like growing up it was pretty normal. I don't know. So what are they trying to do now? Is like ban all Christian stuff altogether?
I mean, this is like we were talking about regionally, right? Like if your public school in your region or your area is one way, then you might be like, let me just drive down to the other city that's close by. But the second this makes it a whole statewide thing, it puts you in a different position, right? Where you're like, okay, if I don't accept or believe in these same values, or I don't want my child to be, you know, amongst this type of like perspective or religious belief and faith, you have either less of a choice or you have to move.
The funny, odd thing is that growing up in a mega religious school, we still had to learn about theories that disproved our own religion.
Like what?
Science. Like evolutionism,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but did they scoff while teaching?
I think they did, but like they also taught about like all of the histories behind the sciences and all of the like creatures that have evolved and even like we learned about what other scientists think is ridiculous about religion.
Yep.
But like if they were scoffing, but they were still telling you about it. That's the thing that's interesting. Like you still had the choice to like agree with the teacher, and if the teacher's scoffing, you kind of don't give a fuck because you're not really agreeing with them anyway. So it's almost like, what a strange thing that Christian schools are probably learning about more evolution than like public schools learning Christianity.
The whole thing about like the area and what they like, so Salt Lake City, it's not a secret that is ran by the Mormon Church, right? The whole place Utah was built on Mormonism. I found out that all of their public schools, they have a free period and they build their high schools and things with the Mormon Church that buys a certain piece of land that's kind of facing this high school. So the high school is public, right? So it's done by public funds. But they always leave a plot of land where the church will purchase, and then they'll create their own little thing. And then the students have a free period that's not state funded, but they can conveniently walk over to the Mormon like Bible study side, and then they do that, and then they go back to their regular classes. So they're two separate things, but they conveniently set it up so that the Mormon Church can build all that stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of an interesting take on how they like are able to blend. I don't know, like I guess the law is you can't have church and state, but they make it work.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna happen though. Is like in a lot of these areas, they're gonna find a way where they can practice their own religion and practice what they feel like is right to their community. Which I feel like you just gotta let people do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, like it feels like at least in the South, they're pretty good at integrating the two. But maybe it's one of those things where that is the law. Like, yeah, separation of church and state, unless you're cool with it. Imagine. That would be pretty tight. Like, if it's like, hey, no complaints? You guys good? All right, cool.
If you have any complaints, say it now.
Yeah.
I'll shut this
But
whole
then if
thing
they're
down.
being sued, then yeah, someone wasn't happy, obviously.
Or it could be like the Church of Satan, and they always troll anytime they try to do a
Yeah.
church and state thing, and then they'll like make some devil worshipping thing.
Church
next
of
to
Satan
it.
are like the best trolls.
Yeah.
What religion you think that's sued the school?
What religion sued the school?
What the parents? What religion?
I thought they were not I thought they were like not.
Religious, yeah, I thought that was.
Well, it actually said a coalition of parents that include like Jewish and Christian and like non-religious and.
So it's like just parents all across the board.
Yeah.
Then don't look, man. Damn.
Yeah, don't
Hey, Subin should be a governor.
Yep.
keep your eyes to yourself.